Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Peaky Blinders. This is episode 5 of season 5. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. So we started the episode very interestingly. Tommy was sat down, he was meeting with the general public. They was coming to the local MP, which is Tommy, and he was kind of trying to help solve the solutions. You know, you got to keep the people on your side. But then a Chinese businessman come in and he put Tommy on the back foot, mate. He got a phone call and Finn had a gun to his head. A female had gone in, pretended to be one of the escorts that Finn was waiting for, and obviously got him panicking. So he's rang Tommy. Arthur's picked up the phone, pulled his gun out, pointed it to this guy. This guy's then said, now you know, both of us got guns pointed at each other, we could talk business. Got something out of his pocket, laid it straight down on the table, pure opium. He's explaining to Tommy that he's got a shipment that's been obviously transported here into Birmingham, and he needs somebody to transport it around. He wants to send it to the US, but he also wants to possibly diversify within the UK. Now, he gives Tommy a business proposal, which would mean that the Peaky Blinders would make $3 million per annum, and that's just crazy, isn't it? And Tommy didn't accept it at first, but he got left with a little bit of the stash, and you know, he was left to consider it. He offered Michael the position of running this business, which Michael would make $1 million per annum as well out of it. So that's crazy. It's a lot of money. So that's squashed, you know, Michael and Gina's plans for moving to New York. You know, he proposed to her that he'd buy a house bigger than Tommy's. You know, they could fly to New York whenever they want, see the family whenever they want. They'd be making so much money. All he would have to do is come here to Birmingham every now and again throughout the year. Very interesting. Now, Tommy and Mosley's relationship, it's not got off to the greatest of starts, even though they've been, you know, kind of proposing to join Unite for this new political party that's being formed. Now, Tommy's throwing a party because it's Liz's birthday. He's got like a Swan Lake ballet theme going, and he invited Mosley to it. Now, Mosley was saying that he wanted to kind of sleep with Lizzie. That is literally what he was saying, and Tommy was like, there's no chance. That's my wife. You go anywhere near her, I'll kill you. Pretty much. He's like, he can come to a party with a +1 or solo, I'm not bothered, but you're staying away from Lizzie. Then he turned around and said, well, he may have encountered her in the past before. He's done his research, his homework. He knows her professional business before that she got associated with the Peaky Blinders, and they may have met. Tommy was like, look, mate, you know, whatever happened is in the past, but now in the present, she's my wife, and she's getting, you know, like nowhere near you. I've been doing some research on you as well, and I know that you've got a wife, and you're sleeping with her sister, and you're sleeping with her mother. So, do you know what I mean? Like, you think you could do some digging on me? I could do some digging on you as well. Later on in the episode, we've seen Tommy call a truce between, obviously, the Billy Boys and, obviously, like himself, the Peaky Blinders, white flags, you know, like waving. And basically, he wants to use them to transport some of this opium that he's just got around and test it at first. He would give them some of the money, they accepted it. At first, they said they'll pay Tommy by check. Tommy said, look, mate, I'm not accepting no checks unless your friend, Mosley, vouches for you. They ended up spitting, shaking hands on it, and that is the first little glimpse that we've seen that obviously like Mosley is not as good as he seems. And as he turned up to obviously the party, Tommy tried to dig out and see like different things, and he was like, look, we have cocaine, we have opium, we have beer, we have women. He didn't want none of it. So Tommy was trying to obviously find out like what it is that he can get to him, what's his weakness, and then he turned around and said his weakness is trusting people. Tommy told him that he's selling distillery for 10k, and obviously Billy Boys, I don't know the main guy of it, but they offered to buy it. They said they put 10k down, but he needs him as a guarantor. Now, he said that, you know, his weakness is trust, and he signed the letter, which shows to me that he's obviously got a relationship with them, which means now that Tommy knows that he's obviously involved in killing Abrahama's family, obviously coming after him as well. So then that's really interesting. He's proposed to Abrahama that instead of going after him right now, let the business between the Billy Boys and the Peaky Blinders settle out, let it go and play down. He can marry Polly with all Tommy's like blessings, and then he can go after him. He's not saying don't go after him ever. He's just saying right now while this gets sorted, which he accepted at Liz's party. You know, he went over, proposed to Polly, she accepted it. Really good. Then we seen a car come in. Who was it? Yes, that's right, it was Linda. She turned up, Arthur confronted her. She was obviously mad that he's just nearly killed one of her friends that she's been seeing. Obviously Arthur, we seen him doom in last episode. I thought he killed him, but he didn't. He's still alive, but absolutely mashed up. She pulled a gun out on him and boom, mate, shot it, but it didn't actually get shot out of her gun. It was shot from Polly, who put Linda down, mate. So she put it onto Arthur. Polly got hers out and put Linda down. So I don't know if she's dead, but that was a mad way to end the episode. So thanks for checking out today's video. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 5 of season 5 of Peaky Blinders.
surrender. I would have taken your bullet. I deserve the bullet.
An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth.
Mr. Shelby, on
Get out! Get out!
Lizzie, go to the kitchen. Get some ID. Now, go.
She's selling that well, ain't she?
She's gonna be all right, Doc. She's gonna be all right, Doc.
Yeah, you don't have to drink this. 25 seconds, 25 seconds, and the pain will be gone.
That's what Tommy's been having to see Grace, in it. Look at her blood on her arm. It's pretty good. Look, it looks like it's really wet. Look, you see it jiggling around.
You should have let her do it, Paul.
You've got a kid.
Yeah,
We need you. All right? You understand?
yeah.
Yo, the chemistry between these two are fucking sick, innit? Yo, the chemistry between them two is so good.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the people gathered here. English people in the very heart of England. There are no people I would rather be among. No place I would rather be, and no time I would rather be alive. Here's a man well suited to the mighty mood that England is now in. I'm sure our host will forgive me if I use this platform, this gathering of friends and like minds. I will be setting a new course, setting up a new political movement here, in the very heart of England. For generations, the efforts of hard-working men like you have equipped our competitors against us. The cotton mills of India, the cotton mills of Asia, created with British money, but used for the destruction of Lancashire and Yorkshire.
What do you think Abraham's thinking? Oh, he's not happy, look.
Those of you who fought the Jew War for nothing, you will join hands with the angry youth of Birmingham and Manchester and declare that England lives tonight and marches on. I'm afraid the newspapers of this country are owned by the same vested interests who took your money. They sell to the people false news to raise the interests of the faction and the section above the interests of the nation. This new movement, this revolution, will be called the British Union of Fascists.
What the fuck are you doing dealing with a man like that, Tommy?
You're gonna have to trust me.
Well, it's not gone wrong yet, has it?
Shooting, a family dispute in public. Things like that will have to stop. It's very lower class. I looked into the audience and I saw medals and Savile Row suits and bitterness. They are my people. Your people will be different. I've been looking into your companies.
Of course he
Your
has.
company lawyer is a Jew. He will have to go. Our friend, Jimmy McKevin, has asked for control of the racecourses north of Wincanton. I said yes. The country will be divided into distinct areas. McCavan and his men will be our soldiers in the north. In the Midlands, it'll be you. The south, well, I've yet to decide.
See what I mean, mate? You know, the guy is... I've said it many times this season, but the guy is trying to be... Not like above Tommy, but like... He's dictating everything that he does. I'm giving away some of your race courses and giving it to... what's he called? McCracken. Giving it to him, you know? What we're getting in return now. Getting nothing in return. I'm just giving it him. Do you know what I mean? Tommy, earlier on in the season, when he was shooting the rifles, I've got a couple of terms. No, you haven't. You know, there's no terms. That's not how this works. Take a cigar, smoke it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm calling all of the shots, and whatever you say, doesn't matter. It's what I say. What he's just said then, we'll have more power than the king. Will we? Or will you have more power than the king? Do you know what I mean? Like, will Tommy have any say whatsoever? So far, I've not seen him benefit. I actually have not seen Tommy benefit one bit from this political alliance right now. Like, this guy he's getting people, like, basically what I'm seeing from it is he's an upper class. He classes himself as like a posher upper class person. He's going to get all those people like on board. Do you know what I mean? He's going to do his speeches and he's going to rally like the troops, so to speak, and get all them people on him. And then you're going to get somebody like Tommy, who's obviously like, he's classing him as like working class, so to speak, and more like involved with the people in the streets and the commoners. And like, they're going to use Tommy to get them people on board. So you've got like two people showing that this kind of new political party was united. You can come from any background and be diversified. You could have the most money in the world, or you can have not so much. But one thing is, we all have the same goal, and it's going to unite everybody together. That's his thing. But what does Tommy actually get out of it? He's getting nothing. Right now, he's worked his way up into being in Parliament. He's got the racetracks. He had the money. You know, he's got all this betting stuff going on. He's still got his crime thing going in, his opium and that. He's got everything. I mean, right now, all I'm seeing him, he's losing. He is. He's actually just losing it. Until I see something really, really beneficial, he's not benefiting at all from joining with Mosley.
The ballerina and I were wondering whether perhaps you might want to join us.
I told Tommy you wouldn't see the morning.
Oh, I doubt that very much. You see, he's being seduced, just as you were.
I don't think he is, to be honest. Like, he's waiting for he's trying to bide his time.
I'm only doing this to bring the bastard down on his organisation, and in return, they are giving me favourable terms on defence contracts.
You're doing it because you think it's the right thing to do.
That's a good answer, that, isn't it?
Don't scare me. I'm saying you see things in my face.
Let's go. Let's get in the car. We'll go pick up Billy. We'll sail away. Any destination.
You stay here, living inside your head, inside your life, inside your war. I'm glad I didn't shoot you. It would have been a kindness.
That's well savage. Oh, I feel sorry for Arthur. I love Arthur. That was proper savage what he just said to him then.
Leaving with a bunch of fucking gypsies.
I'm interested to see this whole political campaign play out, you know. I actually am, even though I want Tommy to win.
Behalf of a man called Jimmy McCavan. It was for the sale of a gin distillery. There's direct evidence of a link between Mosley and the head of an organised criminal network.
I heard about his speech at your house the other night. It was favourably reported as the passionate and spontaneous outpouring of a man moved by the emotions of a ballet. Upper, middle, and working class, all united in admiration.
I said that, didn't I? That's the target. He's going for everybody.
You're a soldier. I'm a soldier. There are elements within the state who are prepared to kill. We need to meet them unafraid. Please don't listen to my sister's opinions of me. They're always
one-sided.
hopeful.
Do you know what? I said it a second ago, didn't I, mate? You know, the whole point of probably getting Tommy on board is that he's trying to hit every category of people. He's trying to unite everybody, not just one single like part of society. He's trying to get everybody. And already, just doing that one speech has united all of the papers and got everybody talking. Do you know what I mean? He's not stupid. But I also think it's interesting as well that he was saying that, you know, people are asking for his sources, and because he's not going to reveal it, you know, maybe his position's under threat. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's talks that he's going to get moved to like Johannesburg and that. Also, he's giving him valuable information. He actually is giving him valuable information, but he's saying that he don't know if he can use it. I also think it's really interesting that what Lizzie said to him before, you know, when Mosley was doing his speech, yeah, Tommy was looking at him in like disgust, and like even Abraham like spat, didn't he, on the floor? He wasn't happy with it. And like when she asked Tommy why he's doing it, he said that that's because he's got a deal that with the British government, like, so to speak, that obviously they take this guy down, that he can be first in line for military contracts or whatever it was, which is like massive, isn't it, mate? Getting that is a huge deal. But she was like, nah, you know, you might say that is, but I can see it in your face, you don't like him, and you might start to believe in something, and you just want to do it because you believe it's the right thing to do to make sure that this guy's not in charge. And I actually really like that as well, because Tommy said, don't start reading my face, mate, it starts to scare me. Do you know what I mean? So that was interesting. Dead. Someone's done something to his car by the time he was in there. So coming outside. What's happened to the kids as well?
Call an ambulance! Call Moss! Find out what I can reach it. Come on, love.
Little girl's up. Yo, who's done that? Oh, like that little kid's up as well, he can move. The one kicking the ball, he didn't look like he could move. Oh, that's savage, that, isn't it, mate? I know that he's dead, but a little kid. What the hell, mate? Who's took after him? I reckon it's Mosley, me. I actually do. She don't even know he's dead. Oh, she's going to be fucking fuming.
Ben Younger is dead. Someone put a bomb in his car. I don't know how you felt about him, or how bad this is gonna hurt. Whatever happens, just remember you have a baby inside of you.
Who do we reckon it was, mate?
Family. They're gonna take care of the funeral. It will go down as an IRA assassination of a British military officer.
IRA? Is that you just pinning it straight on?
What was it really?
It was a consequence of good intentions. The kid.
Oh yeah, the kid
Died in
died.
an explosion. He's 10 years old. It's funny, isn't it, how it works?
It's gonna tell him to keep
Don't
going.
give yourself this excuse.
He was 10 years old. If I'd have stuck to what I do, he'd still be kicking a ball in the street.
Make the world a better place and it just made it worse. That's how he's looking at it. Do you know what I mean? Might send Tommy over the edge. Mate, it's well tough that, innit? I have no idea who would have killed him. Honestly, I ain't got a clue who it could have possibly been. Nah, I'd be questioning every time I got in my car, me. Literally. Look, that's what you'd be doing, second guessing.
Push the button.
Do you know what I mean? Last episode it looked like he was going to jump off that bridge, and today it looked like he was going to give in and just blow up. Do you know what I mean? To get back to Grace.
Chang will be waiting at the dock with the cargo. We weigh it, we load it, we fuck off.
Right, there's your lanterns. Where the fuck are the Chinese?
Arthur, it's Chang.
Italian? What are Italian?
Irish.
Irish.
Oh, fuck.
The Irish are in now.
I was a fucking cable.
This is what I want from Arthur. Go on, lad. Go on, Arthur.
They're gone.
He's so good, isn't he? He's sick. His facial expressions, that's what he does, man. He's a good seller.
Purest ever in Europe. Arthur, there's a dead man in a copper's uniform. Should I throw him in the cut?
You take that body and you burn it to the barn. If anybody speaks to you on that, you offer them the chance to burn in that furnace with him. Yeah, that's a fucking civilization. But been talking. Yeah, now look, the Titanic heard about this, right? That means every gang from Poplar to Birmingham, oh, they'll be here. Oh, let them fucking come.
Imagine how much smog and how much stuff they would be consuming in their bodies back in this time, mate. Literally, so much shit.
Stand up against the wall.
See how much shit that fell out.
He was my friend.
Yeah, well, he's nobody's friend anymore. He's a fucking animal.
Well, I mean, that tie, unless it's a clip-on, could be clearly used against him. He'd just tie it around his neck even more.
Barney! Visitor! This one's real. What's your funeral?
Hello, Barney.
Barney.
Arthur says to say hello.
Sergeant Major, thanks for the letters you sent, Sergeant Major.
Yeah, Arthur mostly writes them. I just sign them. How the fuck do you write back? With your fucking teeth?
No, they stick the pen up my arse.
Barney, this here is opium and cyanide. Not a heart attack. You won't even check the cause. You won't feel a fucking thing.
That's mad, that, innit?
You want it?
No.
Why not? Why not? You still remember that French waitress? Did you fuck her before me? Because whoever did gave me the fucking clap, but I'm guessing it was you.
I fucked her before you did.
You don't want to die.
No, I don't. Because one day things might change.
I love the optimism, me. That is what we like to hear.
What would the world do with me if I was out?
I've a job for you. Barney, you were the best fucking sniper in our company. Never missed. What do you say, Barney? After midnight Wednesday.
Oh, don't keep track of those, Tom.
Don't have to.
Are you home excited for him now? Yo, mate. Yo, I was going to say this. This guy, right, I don't know any of his story or whatnot, but this is a good example of everything can get better. Like, he is in literally the last place probably any person in the entire world would ever want to be. He's locked in a cell. He feels like he's crazy. He's tied up. He can't move. He's literally like, what is the point in him living? Like, let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. There's no point. The guy's been in there 10 years. He can't do anything. He's literally on his Todd, got no one to speak to. He thinks he's crazy. There's no point in him wanting to live. But there is. Because in his head, things can only get better. Do you know what I mean? He's got a way out there. Somebody offered him, look, mate, you just take this, done and dusted. Don't have to suffer ever again. He's like, no, mate. because things could get better. Optimism. That just shows no matter how bad life is, it can always get better. I like it. I love that thing. And like now I was wondering, why is Tommy coming after this guy? And first of all, if you know he's been in here for so long, yeah, why has he never tried to get him out before? Well, everybody always wants something, don't they? Let's be honest. And now obviously we got that told to us there. Tommy wants him to come out and shoot somebody. Probably Oswald, you know what I mean? Like, he wants him. He said that he's the best sniper that he's ever seen and he's never missed anyone and he gets every shot. So he wants to break him out. Obviously, what he's saying that the thing is, the trouble in places like this in asylums is it's the meds that they keep him on. I do agree, you know, like you're consistently under the things, you're never getting better. Well, I've never been in one in real life, but what you see in shows anyway is like the meds that they put you on, it makes you worse or keeps you the same. Nobody ever improves. So, mate, I'm actually interested to see if he comes out and he's decent. There it is.
Fucking Wednesday!
Mr. Mosley is open to suggestion regarding who he can rely on to offer him support in London.
Well, I would suggest the most competent organizer of men in the South is Alfie Solomons.
He's dead. And he's Jewish. I think he'll give London to the Italians. He likes Italians.
Look at that gun.
For the Titanic, Tom.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. For nights.
Where's Abrama?
He got off with Solihull. Said if he sees Billy Boy here, he'll cut his fucking throat.
Put 10 sacks of flour onto Mr. McCavan's boat.
I don't think it's really flour.
I know,
I do. You're a man after my own heart.
Someday, Mr. Shelby.
I want Abraham to take him out, not you, Arthur. But you could be there, you could do him in as well, though. Double team.
Barney Thomas, Oswald Mosley. Shoot him in the fucking head.
While he's on stage, while I'm stood next to him.
That would be good, though, if it did work
I had
out.
strategies in mind for Mr. Mosley. Then he spoke badly to my wife.
He did speak badly to her. He was well disrespectful to Lizzie, wasn't he? So that's Tommy's plan then, you know? Tommy, he wants to take him out on stage, mate. So I'm assuming, you know, it actually would be decent. I don't know, actually. When would be the best time to do it? Like, on the 2nd of January when you're going to announce that the party that you're running? Do you know what I mean? That you're creating a new one? Or would it be maybe a couple of months down the line after he's obviously, like, you know, after Mosley stood there and he's done his speeches and he's rallied some people and he's got the higher and upper class people on that side and, you know, like rallying towards that new political party. Do you know what I mean? Because if Tommy took over it straight away, then he might struggle to get the upper class people to give him the respect that he demands. And obviously, like, they might think it's just all noise and not pay no attention. Do you know what I mean? Where, like, if he's there, people are going to turn, people are going to listen with the help of Tommy as well, around obviously Birmingham and around all the county where he is. Then, like I said, like the papers was talking about it from his speech, he's going to pull different people in left, right and centre, and he's going to have more people that are going to be focusing on the party, showing it more interest. So that's where you got to think, like, when is the best time to take him out? Is it when it's obviously announced that the party's going to be running and he's going to be on stage and it's like, hi, you know, I'm the person in charge, Tommy here, he's going to be with us, you know, and then boom, take him out, Tommy like, I'm taking over? Or would it be, like I said, if you go further down the line, get a following, get people engaged, get people supporting the party, then take him out and Tommy can step in? Makes total sense why he's getting a sniper out, you know, like he said, he's never seen him miss a shot, he's the best person to go for. Yes, he does look a bit, you know, a bit dodgy in the head, and it might just be the pills that he's been on. He's not, but he's been locked up for 10 years, hasn't he, mate? So, like, who knows how he's going to be when he gets put into society. That's going to be an interesting one to have a look at. But again, obviously, he said that we take him out, you, and obviously Abrahama, you got the green light to go and take McCracken out. That guy's so annoying. He has got a face that you'd love to punch into. It is literally one of them. So it's very interesting. Still don't know who killed, obviously, the guy outside in the car that Tommy's been feeding the information to and killed that little boy. That's totally savage, isn't it, mate? Literally taking a little kid out. Obviously, that wasn't the intention, but it happened. And the people, whoever done that, have got to pay for it. I'm going to say it's Mosley. I don't know. I reckon that, obviously, he's been doing... From what we've been watching, he's always getting information about Tommy and the people that he's hanging around with in his past and, you know, his previous associations. And it wouldn't surprise me if he knows that, obviously, he's having a kid with him. He's works for, you know, like the government or whatever, the army, and obviously, like, he keeps coming to speak to Tommy. He's put two and two together and decides that, you know, he's going to get taken out. So I think that it's Mosley, but he said it could have been the IRA, it could be, you know, the it literally could be anyone, you know, Section D as well. They've been name dropped. So I don't know. I think it's savage, obviously, killing him and the little kid, but it's going to be interesting going forward because Tommy's obviously got motive. I like what Lizzie said to him when he was at the party and he was doing his speech, and he was saying, mate, you know, you're not doing it because of the contract that the government are giving it you. You're doing it because you're actually just listening to him and you're thinking that you don't like what he's saying. And I think this time she is right. She is actually right. Okay, and that's going to wrap up today's episode. So it looks like Linda, yeah, even though obviously she didn't kill half the last episode, and I thought that she might have died, to be honest. I didn't see where obviously Polly hit her with a bullet, but it only hit her in the arm. It didn't actually look too bad, to be honest. It could have been a lot worse, you know what I mean? Now, it was really good acting at the start of the episode, in my personal opinion. I thought she was selling the pain really well. I thought Arthur was selling the pain of, like, you know, her being hurt herself, as well as obviously like him being in distress. Really good. And then obviously he stood by her until she woke up, which then he obviously pleaded his love kind of towards her and said, look mate, that's it, you know, we'll wrap up, we'll go, we'll get the baby, we'll move anywhere you want to go. That's what she's been wanting for ages. And then she's just turned around and she was like, no, do you know what I mean, you stay here, you carry on with the business. You know, if I she said, I'm glad I didn't shoot you, because if I did, it would have been too kind. Mate, we've seen that at the start of the season. They said it, mate, death's sometimes too kind for some people. That is ruthless what she just said to him. Absolutely brutal it was. Now, again, I thought it was very interesting here. You know, Mosley, the guy's so cocky, man. He is so cocky. You know what I mean? Like, even after he tried to make advances on Lizzie, when he asked Tommy and obviously said no, he obviously come and he done his speech and he was rattling everyone. Everyone was like, yeah. They was all getting towards it. They was all loving it. Abraham was outside. He wasn't happy. Do you know what I mean? He spit on the floor. Tommy was looking at him as well. Didn't really like what he was saying. Then obviously the guy said that he wanted one of the girls, one of the dancers, and she went up and obviously they slept together. Then obviously he come out of his room and Lizzie was walking past and he asked her if she wanted to come and obviously join them. She was like, mate, if I told Tommy that, then you wouldn't even live until tomorrow morning. Literally, that's what she said. She went back in the room to have a discussion with Tommy and she was asking, why are you doing this? Why do you care so much? Why are you literally like being and taking control? Like why are you even associating yourself with him? Because you might think you're evil, but that guy's on another level. That is what she said. Tommy turned around and he said that obviously he's doing it because he's got a contract to try and take these down. By doing that, he's going to give him, you know, like first chance on like deals with the army, the government or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like big connections, to be honest. It is a massive deal, and obviously it would make sense for Tommy to do that if with the output that's obviously being like proposed to him. But she said, nah mate, I can see in your face, Tommy, like you might say that and that's what you might do to convince yourself, but I can see in your head that you just dislike everything that this guy's saying and everything that he's running for, and you actually just want to take him down because you don't like it, which I thought was really good actually. It throws like another, not like a spanner in the works, but it shows that he's actually in it for the bit of the passion, and he's not just in it for the Peaky Blinders. Do you know what I mean? Now, obviously, I like the story as well going on through the episode that obviously Arthur and that have gone to get obviously this opium, and somebody's come and obviously tried to steal some. There's been a big attack. He's gone out. He's took his dad with him, as he called it, and absolutely blasting it everywhere, mate. Literally looking crazy, which is really good. And then they've obviously shipped it back here to Birmingham. Now, Curly makes me laugh as well, but he's saying, Tommy, I don't think it's actually flour. He's like, I know, Curly. I know it's not. But just pack it up anyway. These guys are going to take it on the merry way. Now, obviously, like McCracken, he's so annoying as well, mate. He literally is so annoying. I can't wait for the time where he's possibly taken out as well as Oswald, but I don't think it's going to go down as Tommy wants it to. I think that his plan's really good, that he's set in motion, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I feel like something I don't think the sniper's going to be reliable. Do you know what I mean? Not that like he's not good, but I feel like it's too soon for him to come out from being where he is to successfully do this hit without anything going, you know, like going wrong. Obviously, to finish off, the other thing that was interesting is obviously the explosion. That guy was killed, the kid was killed, we don't know who done it. Making assumptions, IRA, is it obviously like Mosley, or is it the Billy Boys? It could be literally anybody, mate, who wants to attack Tommy. He's got lots of enemies. I like how Oswald said to him, obviously, earlier on in the season, it's not me. Get your deck of cards out, shuffle through it, pick it again. It's going to be one of them. And that is, again, mate, literally, it's like waiting for where the wind blows, mate. You have no idea where it's going to come from and who is it that's doing it. I just know that it's savage that we took him out, and then obviously a little kid as well. It's going to give Tommy more incentive and more motivation to obviously take whoever it is down. So that's where we currently are. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.